guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Rady's Rides. We're back at it again with a very special car. And what am I talking about? This vehicle right here. This is it. This is a 2026 Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. But before we just dive in to what we're here to do, let's talk about what's going on here. So, still being produced, the CT5-V Blackwing, and it's magical because it brings such a unique driving experience when you look at the competition. Now, of course, a lot of people have always said, well, if it's got lots of horsepower, if it has those highly bolstered seats, is it very daily driver friendly? So that's why we're here. I want to go deeper into this Blackwing. So what we're going to do is you're going to hop in with me and we're going to see what is it like to live with this 2026 CT5-V Blackwing. Why don't we go ahead, get your booty inside, and let's hit the road. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel of this CT5-V Blackwing. This is what you see when you get on in. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up that V8 underneath the hood. And right away, you'll notice the lights changing on the steering wheel. That's for your Blue Cruise. That's like a test that it runs through. I'm gonna agree to focus my attention on driving. And then you'll notice the instrumentation. We have that new 9K resolution 33-inch screen. Still have that great leather on the steering wheel. And let's go through what we have. We'll start with the driver's side door. You have your lock and unlock, nicely placed up top. You have some carbon flash metallic. This is way better than gloss black. It actually hides your fingerprints. But we have our side mirror controls for the power side mirrors. You then have the ability to fold in your mirrors, which is nice. And then you have automatic all four one touch on your window controls, whether you're going down or up. And then to release the trunk, there's a button all the way down underneath that center armrest area. Now, on the wheel itself, you have your thumb wheel drive controls for your cruise control, push a button for heated steering wheel. And then you also have your other controls in silver for the Super Cruise to speak to the vehicle for voice commands. And then of course you could adjust the volume by hitting the steering wheel buttons on the the right hand side. And we have our V series button, which I'll show you what that does. Now with this 33-inch screen, you do have the ability to touch and bring up information on the extreme left-hand side. Plus, you can activate your stopwatch, which is real nice. So I hit stopwatch, and then you'll see how we have that information: 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter mile, 60 to 130. Launch control, you could set all that up as well, and your HUD, your head-up display. So nice to have those things all at a fingertip touch. Nice large speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, everything set up nicely. You have your windshield wiper stalk, your turn signal stalk, and then on the left-hand side of the steering column, you do have a tilting and telescoping wheel, which is nice. And then of course you got the carbon fiber and your particular serial number. Now on the center console side, let me show you the key fob. Here's your key fob. It's painted the color of your brake caliper, whatever color you choose. That's the one on this one. Spin it around, you have your remote start, pop the trunk, the panic button. And I'm just gonna put that in our 2 cup holders, which are right there. Now AC controls, I love the way they're all toggle switches. You got your dual climate, and then you have real physical buttons for your 3 stages of ventilated seats and 3 stages of heated seats, which are really nice. Wireless charging. And then in front of the shifter is where you're gonna have your different drive modes. So you can see how we're scrolling through the different drive modes. And you have my mode, which is gonna be your preferences. So nice to have that easily accessible. Shut off the traction control. And then this guy is going to control your 10-speed automatic. The way it works is you push the button on the left of the shifter, you could go into reverse, you could go into drive, or if you take it and pull back a second time, you go into manual mode, which allows you to use these metal paddles to go up and down the 10-speed automatic. Park, you're just going to hit P and we're back into park. You have your volume knob, that direct drive control knob, and then I could go to home by hitting the home button right by the direct drive control knob. This is where you're going to be able to access everything in the infotainment system, from your cameras to your vehicle status. Everything is going to be done in 9K resolution. You can even bring up different gauges, different instrumentation very easily, all by the touch of the screen, the tap of the screen, including Google Maps. But nice curved, allows you to see very clear. You do get this one has a digital rear view mirror, which is a nice touch as well. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go for a drive, because I feel like I've explained pretty much everything. Like I said, the cup holders, your center console with storage underneath. Put it into reverse. There's our backup camera. You have, of course, your sensors as well. I'm going to go ahead and back up. Nice clear vision with the trajectory. Pull back puts me into drive. And if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm actually going to hit the V motion button, the V button. That's going to allow me to bring up V mode. You can see how I have everything set up. I'm actually going to put everything in track. And then this is where you could adjust your performance traction management system. Wet, dry, really nice. The engine shifts, the engine sound. And then I love the way the dash looks. I mean, look at that now. You have the tachometer across the top. It explains what performance traction management you're in, then all the other gauges. Ready to rock and roll here, that's for sure. Got a nice head-up display with your speed. You're gonna love the way this thing drives. All your seat controls are on the side. Left-hand side for the driver, right-hand side, of course, for the passenger. And you're just gonna love being behind the wheel of this car. I know I do. Seats are comfy, bolstering isn't too crazy, but let's go on throttle. You ready? Got traction control, we got launch control. On throttle, here we go, yeah! Nice. I love the way this vehicle does its thing. It's so fun. Rear wheel drive. And yes, to daily drive with this, it's a piece of cake, because you're gonna be able to have all this great technology that's gonna keep you safe. If it rains, you got your different levels of performance traction with the management system, and everything else is just well sorted in here. Easy to get to the AC controls, easy to get to that part of the 33 inches of screen. What's also nice, it's a little smaller than some of the competition. I actually kind of prefer that. It doesn't feel heavy and bloated. Like I said, to go into manual shifting, you're just gonna pull back on the shifter, M lights up, and now you have a gear indicator right there in the center. Right now I'm in first gear. Are you ready? I'm ready. Second gear, on throttle, here we go! Nice fast shifts, whether you're going up, whether you're going down the gears. Really, really nice. And then the fact that you have the thumb wheel drive controls, whenever something pops up on the screen or anything, it's easily adjusted just by hitting that control. You'll notice the tag changes color. Nice. Smooth downshifts. Really, really nice. And then you have all the instrumentation, your temperature for your diff fluid, your coolant, your oil pressure, all that good stuff. And then that large gear indicator. And then of course, if I go out, then I could change. Let's see here. We're gonna change using the mode selector. Actually, I wanna get out of V mode. So no more V mode. Now I'm gonna go into my mode selector here, and that's gonna allow me to change the performance traction management system. Very, very easily. I like that. You can actually adjust from race to race 2, depending on how much or how little traction management you want. But everything is so well laid out in here, and it's a very balanced car. Feels great. The sound of that V8. I just wish it had a little bit more supercharger whine on the inside of the car. You hear it on the outside, not too much on the inside. Oh, throttle! Nice. So, really digging what Cadillac has done with this Blackwing. And then if you want to shift automatic again, you just pull back on the shifter, and now it's in regular drive. It's gonna shift for us. Even has a gauge for what the temp of the tires are. That's pretty freaking phenomenal. I could go into my layout of the gauges, I could bring up the map, whatever you need, it brings it up, all at a finger touch. Good feedback through the wheel. The seats are comfy, they're supportive. You're really gonna like them on a daily drive. And I could go back to gauges there. Real easy. But I'm hoping that this has been a good deep dive to really show you the ins and outs of how this Blackwing it works and what it's like to live with on a day-by-day basis. Last thing I want to do is we're gonna park. The great news is with all the camera technology, the sensing technology and everything else, it's a piece of cake. Really, really easy to do. I'm gonna go ahead and park right here. Ta-da! If you want to check your work, you could go into reverse real quick. There we are, parked in between the lines. But I hope that this has been a good deep dive. We're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys. It's always a pleasure bringing more content, especially when it's a car like this. The Blackwing is one of my favorite modern day production performance cars, especially for a sedan. But let me know what you think. Did you like the way everything was set up on the interior, especially with that new 33-inch screen? Do you feel like it's too much power for a daily driver? Let me know your thoughts down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta get up to Stephen Flood. He's here, he's well, and he's magical. So thank you, Stephen, for doing all of your fancy handiwork. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.